time to head to Maribel in the French Alps, where our team John Knighton and Laura Hawkins are covering the 60th Combined Services Winter Sports Championships.
Welcome back to Maribel for day 2 of the Championships, where we look at the downhill race day. But first of all, John looks back on last night's snowboarding parallel giant slalom.
Some people say this is one of the most exciting parts of the whole championship, and the commentary from Colonel Nick Dork, so off the wall, he put most DJs to shame. We simply know this as the parallel giant slalom. The snowboarders certainly know how to have fun on the slopes, but make no mistake, this is serious business under the floodlights. They come thick and fast, each pair in a race-off against each other and the clock. In the women's event, third place went to the Army's Sarah Marriott. Nell Tyndale of the RAF ploughed her way through to the final to meet Rachel Bazant. Over 2 legs, it was the squadron leader from RAF, Bryce Norton, who just squeezed through, much to the delight of her RAF teammates.
A couple of people fell against me, which is, always unfortunate for them and very lucky for me.
The men's race was equally as tight. Many of the old guard gave way to newcomers. Richie Page securing a podium but missing out on the grand final. This was contested by Emmett Cox and Cy Nicholson, who'd never won a competition. But by the closest of margin, he secured the title.
It was an incredible competition, but the course is incredible, the ice is incredible. It caught a few people out, which made it very interesting, especially the long run. But it was a good day. It's good that the Army came out on top. The RAF did fantastic as well. They got a lot of competitors through. Overall, I believe they probably won the event, which is unfortunate. However, the Army, as per usual, I believe, is taking them for us.
It's day 3 of the Combined Services Winter Sports Championships at Maribel in the French Alps. Here's John Knighton with all the action.
There's plenty of twists and turns, jumps and speed in this snowboarding event, sponsored for the 7th year by BFBS Sports. It's arguably the best atmosphere and the most drama for any of the week's competitions, as crashes and collisions keep the spectators wanting more, and they're clearly loving it. The women's final entertained all as the 4 competitors collided near the top of the course. It was Sarah Marriott that got clean away and won the title for the Army.
It's one of my favourite, but it's also one of the ones that you need a little bit of luck for as well, because there's so many people in the gate. But yeah, it's a good Army competition, I think.
The energetic atmosphere continued as the men's final took place. A good race for all 4 finalists, but it was the Army's Cy Nicholson who from the start was several metres ahead of his competitors and continued to go on and then scoop the gold. On this occasion, however, all forces were celebrating as it was a tri-service finish, with the Navy's Nick Hawke winning silver and Emmett Cox from the RAF getting the bronze. Historically, the Army do well at border cross, so it may not be the biggest surprise that they came up trumps.
A lot of it is the controlled aggression, the training we do in preparation for ops. We just go into it a lot more aggressive, and we're in a much better mental state than the Air Force and the Navy typically are.
It's day 4 of the Combined Services Winter Sports Championships at Maribel in the French Alps. Here's Laura Hawkins and John Knighton with all the action.
After the excitement of yesterday's border cross, the snowboarders this afternoon can really go for it on the kickers, boxes and rails for this slopestyle competition.
I'm on it, get on it, the troops are on fire, you know I need it much closer.
This event is all about freestyle, which the competitors seem to thrive on. After a full morning of heat, the women's and men's final gets underway. The competitor must perform a number of tricks, with the judges looking out for elements such as the confidence of the run, the height and complexity of the trick and the landing. The Army's Cy Nicholson won gold in the 2 previous competitions of the week and impressed with his trick on the up-down rail, but this time he missed out on a podium finish. The Navy's newcomer Patrick May showed off his skills and clearly made an impact on the judges by winning bronze.
It was a really difficult day, and everyone was throwing everything they had really and worked really hard, and yeah, it came off in the end, so I'm really happy. First champ, so really excited about that.
James Scott from the Army won silver, but for the second year running in this slopestyle event, Ross Taylor from the Navy was able to hold on to his title of champion and won the gold medal.
Yeah, I'm pretty chuffed. I'm really happy with that because it's some good competition, especially the Army guy who came second. He's got a bad shoulder and he throws some really good tricks, so I'm really happy to beat him. But it's always good, nice to win. So.
6 women took part in the final as they struck their stuff over the kickers and then further down the course onto the rails. The RAF women showed us how it's done as 2 of their competitors stood proudly on the podium. Lindsay Hine came second and Tasman Mayhew won the bronze. For the 3rd time this week, it was the newly engaged Sarah Marriott from the Army that walked away with a medal, and today it was her 2nd gold.
It's been a fantastic week, and our training week that we had before was fantastic. We've all learnt lots of new things and gone into the competition really well.
The troops are on fire, I'm much deeper, a sleeper, I'm waiting for the final trip.